Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play HOI4. Come for the storm as the Weimar Republic. Let's continue on for last left off. So we can negotiate with the National Socialist. They don't have a lot of seats. Apparently they still have 196. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know if this actually... See, the coalition right now is 230. We had a 50-50 chance. But we don't need them for the free school meal. Like we have enough votes, so it's fine. Parliamentary explanation, we don't need to worry about that. And in a few months, we'll be able to get more focus trees up and running. So we need to... Economic crisis. Economic crisis. Modify. So I'm guessing once we do 3 of these, it'll probably remove it, would be my my guess. Let's go for your... you know what? A little bit over a year from now, we still have... I mean, actually, I don't know. I was going to say 5 years until the war breaks out, but I don't know how exactly that's going to work. Given the current situation. Okay, so Spain is having an uprising. Catalonia will then rise up in a moment. That is completely okay. We're not too worried about that. We'll trade a little bit with the Indo-Chinese Union. The Austrian Commune has already been annexed. I think doesn't Catalonia rise up at some point? I believe they do. Just not happening right now. And we can't change any of this, right? We still have Treaty of Versailles. Because at some point we need to negotiate out of that. Stable elections. The feeling of calm is set upon Germany now that the Bolshevik and National Socialist movements have effectively been neutered. Germans can now live their lives free of fear of paramilitary violence and revolutionary specters. For some Germans, such as life is unheard of. Regardless, today is the first federal election since the formation of the Grand Coalition, and the voters seem to appreciate being able to go to the polls without being harassed by men in uniform. Despite our newly found stability, German politics remain contentious, with Social Democrats and Conservatives both vying for the mandate, and smaller liberal parties are hoping to gain a middle-class vote from radical right collapse. So who do you want to actually win? SPD becomes ruling coalition, Social Liberal, Zetrum and the Christians. Well, right now the biggest party is the SPD. I mean, they actually have 2 different sections here. So I guess I'll go with the SPD. They now become the ruling party. Forming coalition, though we have given a ruling mandate, we do not have a majority in the Reichstag. The Reichstag situation was form a coalition with one of the parties ideologically similar to ours. However, we should agree with the coalition. We must give up some of our cabinet positions to our partners. The SPD, who have actually 0 seats, makes more sense that we're going to partner with the liberals here. So we have 263 seats in Parliament right now, or in the Reichstag. We are now currently Democratic Socialist. So we're going to go for reform. I think we're not going to go radical reform, though. I think we're just going to go with steady reform. I don't think we can take modernization because we don't need the we don't have the conservatives. We'll go with steady reform because I think that makes the most amount of sense, seeing as we are in a coalition with the liberals. Lock this law in the Reichstag, lower tax on small businesses, protect German industries, and improve the Deutschbahn, modify economic crisis. We really need to get economic crisis under control. Also, apparently we have a thing unlocked. Oh, the Social Democratic victory, 10 days. Okay. Okay, the SPD has won the election. Congratulations to them. Continue the program. DSTP is not in our coalition. Yes, because we've gone with the coalition with the liberals. Get them going. Pressure the Junkers. Anti-nationalism. Expand universities. I'm assuming it's going to be an extra research slot if it gets passed. I mean, we do get a lot of new laws. We'll go for the progressive 10 to 15 days. So we still have a little bit. Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Ethiopia at war now with the Italians. Strange thing we want here. Deck conversions for aircraft carriers. I mean, I just don't think I'd ever build them. Which is kind of like the problem. Marines. I mean, we'll upgrade Marines just in case we might need them for the invasion of the Soviet Union at some point. Also, go to research tab. What's wrong with me? Any better artillery? 36. Well, it's 1935 right now, which means you're not considered ahead of time anymore, which is nice. Can we get a spy agency going? No, we need 15. You can use 2. Really, I can use 2 factories. Okay, well, it's not that great. Marxist rhetoric, democratic socialism goes down for more social democracy. New regulations. Let's expand universities. 20 days. Is there anything that research is like very, very fast? 20 days, 30 days. I think we'll just save our power for now, just to go for reform on day 1. It's going to give us 2 bonuses to industry. Kind of meh. You do lose a little bit of political power, but I don't really need the political power right now. Okay, so go with reform. Cheaper weapons seems like a positive thing for us. And again, we can't upgrade any of these laws. We're on disarmed nation right now, which is 0.5% recruited population. Modified down to what, 40%? Not great. We would definitely like a little bit more than that. Okay, Commonwealth of the Philippines. Got some marginal independence there. The Saarland goes to Germany. People of Saarland and voters return to Germany, transferring the state over to us immediately. Thank you very much. You're demilitarized zone. You have some decent steel, some decent aluminum, decent infrastructure, no actual factories, but, you know, I will take it. Thank you, Saarland, for joining up with us. I do appreciate it. Okay, and you've got 3 more days left. Yeah, and I think we're going to go steady reform here. Because, I mean, let's see. Because your stability, factory subsidies, modified economic crisis. A lot of decent bonuses here. Because you are... Stability goes down. Cooperatives. Factory put 5%. It's like a power game. You know, if I was saying less consumer good factory, we'll go for a steady reform. I like how you're still in charge. You're part of the DNVP. I mean, next election is going to happen next month. Or next year, I should say. I mean, Germany, they love their elections. Weimar Republic, they love them. Can't get enough of elections. I would like more manpower, though, please and thank you. Like, I don't see why we'd ever be going to war with the West. Britain's investing in southern England. No, I do not need an alarm. 1 second. Stop, dismiss. Also, I need to dismiss my other alarm as well. Skip that alarm, thank you. Do not play it. Because I got the alarm app that, like, gives you math questions. I don't know if anybody's ever used that to try to wake up a little bit better by having to solve math first thing in the morning. I mean, it kind of works. All it's really done, though, is it's gotten me a little bit better just doing quick math on the fly. More stability. Let's start modifying economic crisis at least a little bit. Get some factory subsidies going. Select technology. Well, it's 1935. We're close. I was going to say we're there. Go for the next level of aircraft as well. Even though we're not building a lot of aircraft right now, I still think this makes sense. We're almost ready for the 1936 rifles. We can start putting those into production right away. We can promote some of you. Let's promote you, because we need somebody to be field marshal. Units are not actually that good. Also, stability is looking fine. Builder loser is still up. Defense spending, it's not bad. Some good factories going down because of this. You do appreciate that. How many factories do they have now? 7, up from 2, which is really nice. And what do you modify? Consumer good factory output, productivity cap. I mean, all of this is pretty good. for sure. Military factory speed goes up. Civilian factory speed goes up. It does have a little bit of political power loss, but that's really not that bad. I mean, we're not really gaining a lot right now, to be fair. Okay, you know what? We'll also start going for building highways to improve our economic situation a little bit more as well. Do you want to get submarine? I want to get like an aircraft manufacturer. Yeah, let's go for better fighters. For right now, let me get 2 researches. Let's go for more cap and more construction speed. All that seems decent. I mean, industry techs, always nice to have. Infantry equipment, let's go up to level 3 on you. Again, we're not really losing too much because our efficiency cap is so low to begin with. And what are you guys doing? Not really too sure. I mean, your guys are probably going to try to attack Finland, the Baltics, Poland, Romania. I mean, you probably do what I did in my Soviet campaign, which is try to expand and take over everybody. I mean, we'll see how that goes for you. I'm imagining not great. France right now is apparently market liberal. Maybe because we are not fascist, they don't go for the Popular Front. I'm not too sure, but you know, their next election's in May. Assuming they go historic, they'll then elect the, I think they elect the Democratic Socialist. What's that party called again? I don't actually remember. Yeah, SFIO. So they should elect them. Again, if he goes the historic route. Okay, so we've improved you. Do we need to do anything about our military? Oh, no, okay, no, this is renegotiating Treaty of Versailles. We definitely want to do that, but let's at least go and build some highways first. We went from having no focuses to do to, like, 15 different trees. All of which is nice. Expanding universities, welfare programs. Do we have any more laws we can pass? No, but again, we're only missing 19 seats. So as long as, let's say, even the market liberals support us, that should be more than enough. Leninists have 5, Revolutionary Socialists have 2, National Socialists have 47. So the election, you know, they definitely brought down both the left and the right, which is nice for us. 25 days left on this. So what can we do when it comes to, well, 1, build more military factories. But once it comes to renegotiating Treaty of Versailles, as to rearm, heavy bombers, no amnesty, amnesty for some NSDAP officers. Quality or quantity. You're competing with the Royal Navy, go around the Royal Navy. I mean, we've already banned that party. I don't know why we let their generals in charge of the army. We'll probably go for no amnesty. Do you want quality or do you want quantity? I mean, right now, we already have 1 level in mobile warfare doctrine. Okay, let's renegotiate Treaty of Versailles. See, maybe we can... Well, I don't think we can remilitarize the Rhineland right away because that is done through this event. We should at least hopefully train more units or allow ourselves to go up to a higher level of conscription law. Both of those would be really nice. Or either of the two would be nice. I mean, I guess France... Apparently, did we get rid of economic crisis? No, but apparently that's enough for us to be able to go to the world stage, which I'm not going to complain about for sure. More stability. I mean, stability actually right now is fine. Economic crisis. You're modifying it more. Maybe just doing even 1 level of it allows you to Germany on the world stage. Oh, shit. Okay, I almost clicked on the button without even reading it. The French government has given us permission to rearm on the condition that we must restart debt payments using a portion of our defense budget. This would mean that we'd only be able to do partial rearmament until the debt is repaid. Should we refuse this plan and go forward with rearmament anyways, we would surely face an invasion. Or we could just not rearm. Factory output goes up 17%. I mean, I'll definitely take all this. I'll rearm at the moment. No amnesty, heavy bombers. More land doctrine bonuses. We at least are going to be able to get more manpower. Repayments to France. When does that actually go away? August 20th, 1940. Okay, so in a long time from now. But let's go into the world stage. So I mean, okay, here's my question. If we're not going to go to war with France in the West, is there a reason to demilitarize the Rhineland? I honestly don't really think so. Our own bloc or align with the West. I mean, it's interesting, right? Rights for Germans. We wouldn't even be able to do this treaty right now anyways. Because we're Democratic Socialist. Non-aggression pact, denounce you. We can't even support Italy. We'd have to denounce them. And we'd have to denounce Hungarian expansionism to guarantee Romania. We actually can't do this either because we are Democratic Socialist. So I think then we'll align with the West then. If a lot of our options are kind of locked behind our government choice, then we'll just do it this way. 1.3 years. Yeah, we'll go with you. Follow that up with 1936 artillery. Amend the Vagrancy Act. Try to think, like, what do you guys do? Cause for peace. Can't do this one. You can't do that one. So all you can really do in 1936 is the defense of Europe, which I believe is the anti-Soviet treaty, which actually I guess makes sense, seeing as as Hitler is in charge here. That's really who the British should probably be most against. Definitely go for better fighters as well. Thank you. Because once you do that, what do you get? What options? Beast in Berlin. Partners in Poland, menace in Moscow. You get an alliance with Poland. Poland would then join the Allies. Like, I wouldn't mind joining the Allies. I mean, it was kind of like the one thing I kind of wanted to do was join the Allies. And there'd be like one major war against the Soviet Union. You know, the United States would join. You know, who else? But I guess Japan. Well, the United States will join once Japan attacks down here, which I think they're basically guaranteed to do by 1941. Okay, Italy's invading Ethiopia. Not a major surprise there. So let's renegotiate the Rhineland. We'll see if maybe France will let us in. Go for one little excavation. We'll wait until we have an actual research bonus for that. Military police would not be the worst idea in the world. We could get from one of these other ones as well, but I don't think it's really necessary at this exact moment in time. You're 2 years ahead of time. You know, let's go for early radar. We can maybe utilize it somewhat. Okay, we're at 0.3. Some of these units are now actually starting to train up. Incredible. We never thought we'd see the day. United States withdrawn from Haiti. But we can definitely then go to... Probably at least volunteer only would be nice. It'll double our... Because right now we could go... We can't go all the way up to extensive. French allows us partial access. Fine. I mean, again, I have no reason to go to war with so many people. So we can now move troops down here. We can't move anybody in this area, but, you know, that is what it is. Denounce the Soviet Union. So how about next we will... Well, let's bail out key industries. Modify economic depression at least a little bit here. But now that we're aligning ourselves to the west, I'm hoping that maybe you will actually invite us to the faction. Yeah, so once you've done defensive Europe, you'll want us to join up with you. Yeah, so they can do it right now. Anglo-German alliance. And hopefully they'll do that sooner rather than later. Parliamentary expansion. We can promote people to leaders. We don't need to do that. At least not right now, I don't think. I don't see a reason to hire more people on staff. Let's double support equipment. Put one more factory there. Put one more into infantry equipment afterwards as well. Our aircraft are starting to, you know, build up in numbers, which is really nice for us. Okay, so we've now gone volunteer only, doubling our manpower pool. I'm not too sure why you would make a secret agreement to appease Italy, because Italy is basically cut off from the rest of Europe, right? Because I mean, Germany, we're not fascists, so I mean, they don't have an ally with us. They're just kind of on their own, doing their own thing. But I do think, at least for right now, this is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching my Anthem. If you enjoyed, my thumbs up. Not enjoyed, click thumbs down. You want to subscribe, and goodbye.